Could I have three 1955 burger meals, please? And can I have one with a chocolate milkshake, please?
But dinner will have to wait. Reports come in from a member of the public of an upturned car close by.
The chances are it's on its roof in what we'd refer to as a live lane, where members of the public are driving along at 7-mile marker prior to junction 30. Vehicle is on the hard shoulder. I'll give you an update re-injuries in a moment.
Oh dear. Well, has anybody in it?
When you look in that vehicle, there's that moment of hesitation before you do. It's almost just pinch yourself, prepare, because the reality is you may be looking in, be faced with a dead body.
Is there anybody with it?
No, we've not been ejected, have they?
When you see nothing, it is a little bit worrying because you think, where could they have gone?
It's quite a bit of... You what? It's not blood, is it? Nah.
Have they been thrown out? Have they run off?
There's a load of beer cans, they've legged it. No price for guessing. There's plenty of open lager cans in the car. So straight away, I'm thinking obviously we've got a drunk driver what's run away somewhere.
Help comes from a lorry driver who stopped when he saw the crash.
Have you seen anybody running off from it, or...?
Walking down there asking for a lift to Leeds. I presume it's the driver from here.
Oh.
He's down there near the drugs.
Right.
I just saw a car come on its roof sliding across the front of the of my truck and at the barrier there. I've just seen him. I think I've just seen him walking down the hard shoulder asking for a lift to Leeds. I presume that's him, and he looks like he's had a drink or two.
Anyone walking on a dark motorway is a danger to themselves and others. A drunk and injured man even more so.
We're obviously going to try and find him, and these wagon drivers have seen somebody walking down.
He's fallen down. Just 1 minute.
Where is he, down here?
Yeah.
Hello?
9-0, he's gone down embankment. No, with no visual. Somebody's just seen him go down the embankment a couple of minutes ago.
It's not going to got far, is it? 9-0.
Is he in here?
He's here, Dale. Oi! Oi! Come on, get up. Yeah, get up. Are you in that car on your own? Put your hands where I can see them. Put your hands. Right, get them for us, Dale. Right.
9-0.
I'm
so sorry.
Right. Is there anybody in that car with you?
No.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, I need you to stand up.
He's not very compass mentis.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack.
Yeah, well, as long as you're not injured, that's the main thing. Right, come on.
What's your
Right.
name? What's your name?
Who's Ian?
Come on, Ian, let's get you back up.
God, I'm so sorry.
Are you all right? Have you hurt yourself?
No, I'm so sorry, lad.
He's immediately apologising to us. It's a prime example of it's too late to say sorry, really. You're going to get dealt with to the full extent we can.
Honestly,
Don't apologise, let's just get you somewhere safe, all right?
Apologise, it's
Come on, just be careful, look where you're walking.
disgusting.
Ian, just look where you're walking, all right? I'm just going to put these on you. I don't want you to worry, but it's a dangerous place to hit cars, all right?
How much have you had to drink, Ian?
Not a lot, honestly.
What's your idea of not a lot? 1 or 2? Or 1?
Honestly.
Right. So you don't think you're over? Why have you run off then if you're not over?
I'm just terrified.
Yeah.
I'm just terrified of the whole situation.
Right. So you've had more than one? Yeah.
Thankfully, only he's involved tonight, and we're not dealing with some unfortunate who's been hurt or even killed because of this guy's actions and decisions to get behind a wheel. We're absolute menaces.
I just need some help.
Yeah, well, we're going to sort that out, aren't we? It's a bit warm there, you just sit tight there for a minute.
If you decide to have a drink and you make that decision to get behind the wheel of a car, these could be sort of consequences you find yourself in, laid in a ditch 50 yards from a motorway. waiting to be found, basically.
As they prepare to give the remorseful driver a breath test to see just how drunk he is. In Bradford, he sees Mike Rowe and Chris Spencer are also heading out to the M62 motorway.
You get some days where everyone, the world seems to be against you. So it's just nice to have a day where you've maybe spoken to a few people, you've even spoken to a nice person. That's always a bonus, because it doesn't happen much.
We're on our way to the motorway and going through city centre. I had the window down and heard what sounded like skidding and look over.
This Yaris here, right at front. If you just saw that, this Yaris here, for some reason just yanked his handbrake on driving that road, like you do. That's right, isn't it? It's still outside there with light out.
At this point in time, we're thinking, all right, we'll light him up, we'll see what happens. You always get the butterflies in your stomach at the beginning of it, but then you have to really rein it in and calm yourself down.
Tango 62.
Is this kid gonna go for it?
Yeah, Golf Yankee 03 Zulu Tango Golf. It's making off for us now on White Abbey Road.
When all of a sudden he just puts his foot down a little bit and he's off.
Just gone straight over that crossroads. No regard to anybody's safety whatsoever. We can't just do that.
Yeah, well, Wetley Terrace now. Golf Yankee 03 Zulu Tango Golf. Blue Yaris.
Both me and Mike know the local area. That is a dead end, we both know it, and you kind of know what's coming straight away there.
We've got a right, stand by. Oh, it's off road, we've lost it.
And sure enough, he's gone straight over the grass. And it's somewhere that we don't want to go.
Jump out, see which way it goes from there.
You don't want to wreck your car, you don't want to endanger any kids that could be running out from behind the side of this building.
Yes, mate, it's gone over Blenheim, so we can't follow it.
If they're going around that corner, there's a child there on the grass, he isn't going to stop. It must be an easy way to live your life, you don't think of anyone else. He's damaged his car instantly doing that, so we'll go take a spin around the block. I imagine he's going to be right around the block.
Mike scouts for signs of the Yaris, while Chris pulls up an address for the car.
Comes back to Southfield Square.
It's a street close by.
There you go, you see.
There it is.
Mikey boy strikes again.
Obviously, this is the car that's just made off from us. We're going to do a couple of inquiries just around here because there's quite a group of people that's gathering. So it's going to be someone down there that knows what's happened.
Car's got away from us. Is he disqualified? Has he just got no documents for the car? Is he maybe wanted?
They might have the car, but with no sign of the driver, the cops step up their inquiries with a search inside.
There's not any real interest.
There's nothing inside that makes us think it's that it's stolen at this moment in time.
There's no drugs around.
No, there's nothing. No weapons. I would say that he is watching us now. When we came onto the road, there was a group of lads at the bottom. I'm not a betting man, but I think it's a safe bet that he will be one of them. Nobody will ever admit it was them.
The relationship between the police and some of the communities down there isn't good, especially with the younger end. It isn't true for everyone, but they don't really want to help us. The fact that these people are walking past and they're taking such an interest in it, it just makes you wonder how much they know and if they were the driver.
What is it? All right.
Shall I call it to take it?
No, mate. We're all over it. It's being towed away as we speak.
Just getting towed away?
Yeah.
Why is that?
You don't even need to worry about it.
You do get a lot of people who come and want to know what's going on. They always want to get involved. They always want to tell us what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. Again, it's just part of the game, really.
Joining in the game, Chris and Mike play Guess the Driver.
Oh, you've got a bit of a look. Is it the kid on that one? Or that one, do you think? I can't decide which one it's but we're going to get over it. Oh, there you go, that's who it is.
He's come back, he's had a look. We think, yeah, it's probably him. As soon as we say it, off he goes, his way on his toes.
That guy who was just walking off. Right.
With no help from the public, the cops hit a dead end. A visit to the registered owner could throw up some clues.
What's the betting we go around and it's going to be that kid sat at the door? All right, officer.
While the mystery driver of the abandoned Yaris is still at large, back on the M62, PC's Doug Lofthouse is still questioning the man who did a runner after crashing his car.
He's obviously got some issues at the minute, hasn't he, with his health and well-being.
A paramedic arrives to check him over.
What's happened, you know?
A lorry stopped dead in front of me.
Yeah.
I just hit the brakes and the car overturned.
Okay.
He's putting his hand up to being the driver, but just can't accept, obviously, to take responsibility. That's in his mind, it may be right, but his mind's probably not working as clearly as everyone else's around him, and he's being affected by the beer goggles.
Can't be nasty.
God, I killed someone. What a monster am I? God, how sick is that?
Please say I've not injured anybody, please.
Nobody else is, only your car's involved here, all right?
Making sure he's unhurt is important, but the cops are more concerned with finding out if he's guilty of drinking and driving.
Right, Ian, if you could take a big deep breath and keep going until I take a stop, yeah? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. He's blown 116 on handheld device, but we're talking that it's potentially, he's over 3 and a bit times the legal limit. Legal limit's 35.
There's two sort of types of drink driver. One would be somebody who's maybe made a bit of a foolish decision, had a little drink and decided to risk it on the way home, and then there's other people what are 3, 4, 5 times the limit. And although he's upset, he's remorseful, the sympathy level he'll get offered from me personally is totally different. He'll still get dealt with professionally, but at the end of the day, he could have avoided this entirely.
But it's not the first time he's been caught.
We found this guy's driving licence record, and he's shown us a revoked licence regarding previous drink drive matters. And in fact, he was given a 4-year disqualification for drink drive matters, which expired last week. In my experience, a 4-year ban for a drink driving offence, it's not a first offence, it would be a second, third or fourth. The bans tend to get longer, further down the line you go. So to get a 4-year ban, it's the first one of that nature I've come across.
The paramedics here are happy to release him into our custody, so they've obviously checked him out, everything's stable. When I can get in there, I'll be formally arresting him on suspicion of driving whilst over limit.
With a long record of drinking and driving, this time the consequences may be more serious. Back in Bradford, Chris and Mike are still trying to find the driver of the Yaris, abandoned after a chase through the north of the city.
The registered keeper on our computer for that car lived a stone's throw away. The plan was I was going to walk up to the house to knock on the door just to see if the owner was there.
A man claiming to be the owner turns up.
Hello, mate.
With his son.
My son was driving.
All right. Is this him here?
Yeah.
All right. Spot on. What a bit daft then, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
At the moment of madness.
Right. You went car with him?
No.
No. All right. Fair enough then. All right then.
This is totally unheard of in Bradford. That's why I, at that time, was thinking, wonder if this is a wind-up. We were both on the back foot there thinking, oh my God, somebody's actually come back and admitted that they were wrong.
What's going on then?
Just I had a bit of temptation, mate. My mate was saying, come pick me up, come pick me up, come pick me up. I said, I can't pick you up, mate. Either you be sat in your mum's car every day, your dad's car every day, just come pick me up.
So you just thought you'd take it for a spin?
I imagine he's mortified that he's sat in the back of that police car. I mean, you saw him coming back, didn't you, to check the car out? He can't believe he's actually sat there. And neither could we.
Have you got a full licence or what? Provisional? Never even applied for one? All right. How come? Just can't be bothered.
He's ultimately found to have no insurance. He hasn't got a driving licence, but you have to give him some credit for coming back with his dad.
I don't know. I imagine that wasn't there prior to him running into it.
Right.
All this has come off. It's come off at the back. He's been going off road. I tell you.
I'm so sorry.
No, I honestly am really grateful you've done it. a lot of people are very loyal, especially to the family around here, so for him to come down and say that, 10 out of 10.
He was actually quite upset at one point. I think it was more the fact of he was losing faith in his community. He was saying that he was quite an upstanding, well-respected member of his community, and this was just going to bring shame on him.
I'm getting locked up, aren't I?
At the minute, I don't know. We'll see.
He may be in trouble with the cops, but it's Dad's motor that's about to be towed away.
The reason we're going to take your car is because of what's happened, all right? The recovery guy is already here, so the wheels have already been set in motion with that, all right?
I'll go get his documents. If he can honestly, it's just 2 minutes. You can get the documents. What do you need?
Yeah.
What do you need?
You haven't got any ID with you or anything like
No,
that? I appreciate that, all right? If you have got insurance and you can prove that now, then you've come down here, you're helping us, so I don't want to be unfair with you. We'll be more than fair with you, all right?
At the last minute, the cops decide there may be a fairer way to handle this.
If you can bring, I need his driving licence and his insurance, all right?
If Chris can get proof of insurance, Dad could take his car home.
Can't let my father or mother get in trouble for this. It's not their fault, is it?
He obviously has a lot of respect for his dad. For him to go home and say that to him, and then his dad for him to bring him back down, he obviously thinks, you know, he's doing the right thing, which is great. Every father wants to think the son's a good lad, don't they?
Yeah, I feel for you. Yeah, it's just a pain for you, isn't it? It's one of them things where he's your son at the end of the day, isn't it?
Honestly.
The owner's friend turns up with the documents confirming that Dad is the legal keeper. The cops decide that the car can stay, and the recovery man leaves empty-handed.
If you do the crime, you gotta do time, innit? Own your hands up to any mistakes you do.
And after seeing the error of his ways and fessing up, the son escapes a night in the cells. But he'll still have to face Dad.
Amir, take care, mate. I imagine we're going to see you again when we come out to speak to your dad. See you later.
I'll have to see Dad.
Could have knocked me down with a feather. That is not a normal occurrence that someone is so honourable and turns up and actually takes responsibility for their actions. I don't really know what to say. Maybe we shouldn't all be so cynical.
After that, maybe your opinions change a little bit. Mine certainly have. That maybe not everybody is as I don't know, maybe there is some decent folk left out there after all.
For every helpful member of the public, there's always one who refuses to play ball. It's after midnight, and Chris and Mike are planning a late-night shop before hitting the motorway.
Oh, I can't do another kebab.
No, I can't. I might get some fruit from Asda.
I need some cereal and that from Asda, if that's all right with you.
It's so easy just to eat all that. It's just convenient, isn't it?
But before they can fill up, Mike spots something ahead.
I've just seen a car go past, all headlights on, and hazard warning lights flashing as if the alarm's going off, and not really hanging about either.
In the distance, you can see this Civic driving in the middle of the 3 lanes, and it's undertaking everybody.
The cops follow the car into a nearby supermarket on the Bradford Ring Road. But it looks like midnight snacks could be off the menu for everyone.
The supermarket was shut, so it's not like we were short of space to pull over, but the cars decided to drive all the way to the front door and stop.
I'm off.
And then this is where it began to become a little bit, maybe this is not as straightforward as we thought. Yeah, he's giving me a look thinking, what is this woman doing? She did just turn her back on him. She totally just ignored him.
Have you got a second, my love, or are you just going to... No, are we just going to talk to all the children, or are you just going to talk to me?
No, I will do. Sorry, let me just calm down.
They seem absolutely fine. They're all sat laughing and smiling. So you just want to jump out of the car for a second, my love?
I will do. Give me 1 second.
The kids were really nice. I don't think at first they really understood what was happening, and they were quite happy playing. We're just quite excited to see a policeman, it seemed, all looking forward, looking at me, smiling and happy.
She may well be pissed. I think she is.
Sweetheart. Right, do you want to jump out of the car, my love? This is the last chance I'm going to ask before I'm going to help you get out of the car, all right? You just want to jump out of the car for me, please, so we just have a quick chat? Yeah.
No problem.
We think this woman's drunk. Do you just want to jump in the back of our car for 2 seconds? We just have a quick chat about your driving.
When she did get out of the car, it was just argumentative straight away.
Do you want to jump in the back of our car if you don't mind, please, my love? Do you want to just jump in the back of the car then, please?
Don't touch me.
This was probably going to be more work than we initially thought.
What's your name, my love? What?
Sorry?
Is it Noreen?
Yeah.
Yeah, Noreen Akhtar.
No.
What's your surname?
Simon Noreen.
It's what, sorry?
Simon Noreen.
The lady's name doesn't match the registered keeper of the car.
Right. And whose car is it then?
It's my mate's.
Noreen, I just need to check your ID.
No,
Noreen,
you need
to listen to me.
By all means.
I need to check your ID, my love. So can you just pass me your right pointy finger? This finger here.
The fingerprint device is linked to the police national computer. It should save time by instantly telling the cops who they're dealing with. But it depends on the woman cooperating.
Where?
The camera. Noreen,
fine,
pass me your right pointy finger.
Say it nicely.
That finger there, please, now.
Say it nicely, I'll give you it
I just
anyway.
said please now, pass you that finger.
Yeah, I'm going to give it anyway.
Right.
She's been quite awkward here. This is a straightforward 5 seconds of time. Put your finger on there and we'll find out who you are.
Right, let go.
Put it on the screen. Where are you
Right,
putting
thank
it?
you. There.
Right, so I need to hold on to it while
No,
it
you
lights
don't.
up.
I'll do it.
When Eddie gets up here,
Thank
we
you.
have to leave with kids.
Well, it ain't ready. That's why I'm saying I don't put your finger on there yet.
That turned out to be, again, a lot more difficult than it normally is.
Now, your left one, please. Same finger, same screen. Quickly, because it
nice.
resets and we're going to have to do
I'll
it again.
be nice a bit,
Well, it's
innit?
got to reset it.
I'll do it
now,
go.
then.
Don't touch me. Thank
Mum's
you.
time-wasting antics means the cops can't get a positive reading on her fingerprints.
We're just waiting for someone else to come up to us now. We can't leave the 4 children in the car, so we're going to see if we can get someone to come up and babysit in effect until we can find out where she actually lives.
A simple stop check is turning into something more complicated, taking 2 motorway cops from more important duties. But the cops have no choice, as Mum and now the kids are proving to be a bit of a handful.
Are you all right? You want your mum? We're just talking to your mum first. Can I jump in? Can I open the door? Yeah. All we're doing is having a quick chat to your mum, all right? It's nothing to worry about. Your mum might need to come help us. She might just have to come with us just for a bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of my friends to come up and take you all home.
What's your badge number?
It's right there.
Right, write it down for me.
Nope.
Why don't you have a pen? Oh no, because
I've got a pen here.
you want to write it down for me, innit?
No. Don't think so.
No.
Nope.
I just want to have a look.
Get off me. Don't touch me again. I'm not allowed to touch you. So
Well,
don't
then
you
you
touch
touch me, didn't you? I
Don't
just want
touch
to look at
me.
your badge number.
Sit back in the seat.
Shut the
Sit
what's
back
your badge
in the
number?
seat now.
It was a total tirade of foul language. Ain't first time I've heard it, but to that sort of level and from that sort of person, a middle-aged woman, you just don't expect it.
I'm not. No, give me your badge number.
I'm swearing at you. Sit back in your seat.
I'm not moving my butt, so
Sit back in your
shut. I've not moved out of my
your
seat.
seat.
Give me your badge
Sit
number.
back in
Give
your
me-
seat.
Here, give me your badge number.
No, it's there. You can read it.
I can't see it. If I could, I would have told you.
Don't touch me. Sit back in your seat.
634.
Sit back in your seat.
I move, bitch.
What's going to happen next? It became ridiculous, so there's no way we're letting that carry on for much longer.
Not having this.
What?
She's getting handcuffed.
I'm going to say, yeah, she's feisty, isn't she?
Yeah. Hand.
Lying,
Give me a hand.
He's lying.
me
He's
a-
lying. I touched him. You're your dead asshole.
You alright, mate?
Give me a hand.
It's all, we're not good, we're just having a quick chat with us, all. We're just.
No, he's not.
And this is where it became, the kids then start to get a little bit agitated. They see their mum getting handcuffed.
We just
He's
need,
been
she needs to
nasty.
help us do something.
I'm not.
Well, on the back, is it?
It's all right, don't worry.
Give me hand.
Can I just shut that door? Can you
Give
mind
me
your
your
door?
other hand.
We become almost a pawn right in the middle of that situation where she's trying to use her kids against us. If I was to start shouting back at her, she's already annoying, that's going to make her even worse, which ultimately is going to make my job even harder.
Two of us may look heavy-handed, but in the long run, it's not one of us really struggling and having to fight with a woman. It's two of us controlling her
and handcuffing her in a safe manner.
Ow! You're squashing my foot with the You're happy now? I'm just asking for her. Why are you being nasty?
Go and sit back.
When we put the handcuffs on, we assumed that the problem was over then, but it just got worse again.
You better open this door. Yes!
She's got the handcuffs on, they're at the front of her, and she's now using them to try smash the window.
Call the camera, camera. Open the door.
Pass me the keys.
You don't just tell me, just tell me.
Look at the window. It's not smashed yet, but it isn't far off.
Go, get it, choose, man.
You ready?
Yes, sir. I have to stay with these, no, mum. Ow!
We're trying to stop the mum creating, to stop the kids creating, but the more we try and stop her, the more wound up she gets, the more wound up they get. Just ridiculous. She's a total disgrace. And it's a total state.
It looks like this is a job which may tie the motorway cops up all night long. Back on the M62, Doug and Dale are still dealing with the repentant drunk driver who crashed his car.
Probably in prison, won't Truthfully, I honestly don't know. I'd rather be honest with you, I don't know. I deserve to be. If you killed somebody, I'd say, yeah, let's keep things into perspective. You've not killed anybody.
He comes across very well, saying all the right things, whether that's just a show for us or whether that's the way he genuinely is, I'll never know, because we only get to see a very brief snippet of people's lives.
You're a lucky, lucky man. And you might not think so, sat there, but I can tell you now, look at the kind of road we're on. There's vehicles that's doing 56 mile an hour and there's cars that are doing 70 mile an hour, 80 mile an hour, even 90. And guess what? You're still breathing, walking and talking. But I'll be honest with you, me and my colleague, we don't agree with what you've done, but it don't make us treat you any different. You're still a human being, aren't you? Thank you.
Some people might say I'm a little bit like a social worker, but I'm not. It's just a little bit of compassion at the end of the day. But it doesn't hurt for me to be civil to him. My mum brought me up and said, manners are free. Treat everybody with respect and dignity, which is what I do.
Just watch yourself as you get out, won't you? Can you manage?
Yeah.
Straight up to that door where my colleague is.
The driver's brought into custody to undergo a more accurate breath test.
I'll tell you what, just I might have been arrested then. Yes,
When you speak to him as a person, you look at his previous history. He's a very well-educated man who obviously has hit hard times. I'd have a lot more time and respect for him if he didn't get behind the wheel. You're potentially involving other people in it, and through no fault of their own, you could be on your way to visit your mum or go to the coast for the day and come across somebody like him, and potentially he could kill you. He's a danger to society. Right, so your first reading was 100, your second one's 108. Okay, so you're way over the drink drive limit of 35.
Not only is he well over the limit, his current licence is still revoked following a previous 4-year ban.
Seeing what we see on such a regular basis, we see the potential consequence of what he's doing.
The driver might have escaped with his life, but he won't escape the consequences when he goes to court.
It's not me that decides if you go to prison, that's going to be a magistrate on the day, isn't it? If it were first time, I'd better say definitely you're not going to go to prison, but because we've done this kind of thing before, it's a little bit different, isn't it? So I honestly don't know. I'd rather be honest with you and tell you, I don't know. Like I say, I don't want to lie to you because that's not my job, is it? He needs the help and he needs the support and he needs to get off the drink. If he goes to prison, that might help him a little bit maybe, and maybe he'll be able to sort himself out. But will he do that? I don't know, only he can decide if he's going to do it. Really, he's got to be strong himself.
Best place for him, if you ask me, where he is right now. Fully expect he'll ultimately receive a custodial prison sentence for this offence, and rightly so. On the face of it, it's just going to keep going until there's an intervention of some sort. And my biggest worry is the intervention will be a serious accident where somebody's injured or killed. So until he's able to control himself, keep him locked up for me.
Back in Bradford, PC's Chris Spencer and Mike Rowe are still trying to bring their suspected drink driver to the station.
I'm not doing nothing wrong, they've lied to me.
They should have been on the motorway half an hour ago, but they're stuck in a supermarket car park.
Unbelievable, isn't it? We don't know over limit she is. She smells of intoxicants. We haven't had a chance to breathalyse her yet.
And the cops also have a car full of children to deal with.
It's just a vicious circle. The children are getting more upset, which is upsetting the mum more.
With the children getting increasingly stressed, Chris tries once more to reason with the driver.
Right, let's have a quick chat. Let's have a quick chat for a minute. Right, this is getting stupid now, isn't it?
Why the
Look what
no,
your kids...
I don't give a shit.
Right.
I wasn't being rude to you.
Look what you're doing to your kids. So
No,
calm
you're
down
doing
for a
it.
second. Look how upset your kids
Shut
are.
up.
Right.
Shut up. You're
Is that
not
a van
doing it
here?
yourself.
What I want you to do, you need to provide me with a specimen of breath, otherwise you're going to be arrested for this as well, okay?
Go on, do it.
This is the machine
I
here.
don't give a shit. Just arrest me. Move the way.
Right, that's fine then. So you failed to provide for that, okay? Yeah. I think I almost lost my temper at one point. But yeah, I managed to take a deep breath, get out of the car and compose myself. It was tested.
Shut up, bitch.
You are a disgrace, my love. This is ridiculous. The real issue there was the children. She wasn't forthcoming at all with any information. I don't think she was sober enough to give us any information.
A colleague finally arrived to look after the kids, freeing up Mike and Chris to take Mum to the station.
Don't speak to me, don't say a word. Shut the up. Is it on camera, right?
Yeah.
Cool. These need shooting and I'll swear down. They'll get what's coming to them. Don't touch me, get seatbelt off. Don't touch me. No one's giving me a hand, so move the way.
She's a middle-aged woman. I don't want to have to be grabbing her and pulling her down the corridor. I'd much rather she came of her own fruition, because I don't want to hurt her.
No, I'm not even resisting. There you go. Tell me to get off me. I'm not even resisting.
1 hour after stopping her, the cops finally get some answers.
Correct details.
Yeah, go on then.
She's a disqualified driver. So if you can further arrest her for that offence as well.
Yeah. So what is the real name?
Okay, so
We found out her real name, we found out she's got history. We know then it all becomes clear, it all falls into place that this isn't her first time.
So, with the clock ticking, the cops are keen to get her breathalyzed.
We spoke to her, it's nearly an hour ago now. She is clearly drunk and driving. It could be that if this takes so long, it could go down to below that legal limit, and that evidence is lost.
But it's still another 35 minutes before they get her on the machine.
take a deep breath, place the mouthpiece in your mouth. You can't. As soon as this is done. Okay. Deep breath in. You only have a certain amount of time to do this.
Right, wait.
Yeah, this is one big game now, definitely. You can tell people that have been here before just to buy that extra time. With this process, it's just a matter of time. The longer it takes to get onto that machine, the more the likelihood is that you'll be under the limit, and she's tried her hardest to be under that limit.
The legal limit is 35.
Oh.
The lower reading being 77.
Oh,
so you just over double the limit, aren't you?
It turns out that even though that's taken almost 2 hours, which is a phenomenal amount of time for this process, she's still 2.5 times over the limit, so it's just even more frightening about how much she was 2.5 hours ago when she had the children in the car with her.
The bottom line is it's sad for somebody to be doing that sort of thing with 4 kids in the car, gets arrested and all of a sudden we are the most hated people in the world. For what? We've stopped you drink driving and maybe saved your life and your kid's life.
That was a satisfying clunk that night.
Every day across West Yorkshire, the motorway cops face the challenge of dealing with people they may not know and acting on information about them without always knowing the full picture. In Bradford, officers Paul Crabtree and James Alderson are working the day shift as part of the West Yorkshire Road Policing Unit. They're just off the motorway when a tip-off comes through on the radio.
Been some information received through to our control room. There's a vehicle up here, a Seat Leon, that's the phrases they've used is absolutely jam-packed full of drugs, and he's going to be selling them around this area. But it's just a case now of putting himself in the area and keeping an eye out and see what we get.
Tip-offs that come through sort of lifetime like that are reasonably rare.
An anonymous tip is not much to go on, but it's sometimes a shortcut to the criminals.
It can come from members of the public, it can come from people who've seen it. Sometimes, bizarrely, it will come from rival drug dealers who want people taken out, oddly.
That way on. 61. That's it, innit? Is that it?
Yep. Watch, you're in there.
As soon as that car appears, you get that little sort of flood of excitement with everything. You get a little bit of you switch on and you go to another level because you think we've got it and now we're on here.
Tango 49. 49, we're behind a vehicle that's had some information passed over there that it may be containing drugs. Are there any other traffic units, Toller Lane area, that can come and meet us?
It's a busy afternoon on Bradford's city centre roads.
We're in traffic, moving slowly. We'll not do it till you get it, Sam.
I'm on the radio there trying to get another couple of units to come down so we can deal with him properly. And there's nothing unnatural about it. He's queuing in traffic, we're queuing in traffic. Police station's about 100 yards off to the right-hand side, so it's a perfectly normal situation for him at the minute. It's nothing suspicious.
But the cops need to carefully plan their next move.
The idea is that we're going to surprise him and we're going to appear with a lot of cars with the lights on around him so he's nowhere to go.
Backup is now only minutes away.
Looks pretty chilled out a minute.
Just for now. Want a couple of vehicles down before we try and do anything. 49, we're still Wetley Lane, just passing Regency Court on the near side.
We know something's going to happen because we're going to cause it. You physically sit up in your seat a bit and get yourself a bit comfortable. It's odd.
Right, where's that traffic now behind you in the traffic? So
Go for if there's two of you behind and us, we'll go for a preemptive box if you want. If it moves out and we get enough room around it.
I'm sort of in control there, really. James is doing the driving and I'm on the radio, so I'm talking to the others. And it's probably going to be on my say-so to go, right, do it now. So if I do it wrong, we might lose it.
Crab, turn his lights off.
Somebody's got the lights on. If you've got your blues, kill them.
Go, Crabbers, go, Crabbers. Don't give him a chance to get pavement.
He's got a gap at near side if Trev's not cutting. And I don't want to
get across him, Trev, don't let him get that. That's it.
And you're just wary when you're walking up. Have they got something in the hand? Are they fiddling? Are they losing stuff? Are they swallowing things even? Or has he got something that as soon as I open the door he's going to hit me with?
Put your keys out for this fella if you will. Good man. Right, seatbelt out, fella, and jump this way and we'll explain what's going on. Alright, come over here for us.
Just one second, love.
There is a little bag of cannabis there, which was the first thing we found in the car.
It's not the big haul they'd been led to believe from the tip-off.
I'm not happy that that's all in.
All we're going to do is give it a thorough search all the way through with all of us. Check these lads out. If there's nothing on them, then we've just got that one to deal with. But obviously, the intelligence we got was that it was stuffed full. So we just want to make sure that's not the case.
There's an awful lot of spaces in the car that you can put things where ordinarily you wouldn't look. But as soon as we start touching it, the panels start to drop off.
James makes a discovery.
Oh, caught cash in there, Crabbers.
Good call.
Found it. I just took the estate casing away. We've got a substantial amount of cash stashed.
We'll try and get this side panel down here.
Thank you. $7.89.
Just jiggle it.
We do spend quite a lot of time upside down in footwells, putting your hands where they're not designed to go.
There's loads more in there. Can you pull it if I get my fingers under here, but don't let go? Right, if you can lift that and give me something to get my fingers under there.
You can see the effort we're going to. James is having to pull that up with both his hands, while I rather trustingly put my fingers in there.
Yeah, it's obviously a spot where loads of stuff goes, so we've got the money, there's tons of it.
I'd like to know why. Ridiculous amount of money under there.
Just wads of cash shoved in there by somebody who's clearly got far too much money and isn't caring about it really.
It's a lot of money, it is an awful lot of money. I mean, they're just from pulling them out, we obviously don't count it. There's wads of £300-400 in lumps there, there's a couple of £1,000 I would suggest.
Having a large amount of cash is no proof of wrongdoing, but the suspects are taken to the station for questioning.
I'll go with car and sniff, now doors are shut.
Whether the cash is linked to criminal activity is now a matter for the Crown Prosecution Service to decide. While some tip-offs come in at a second's notice, others require a little more planning and patience. On the M62 in Wakefield is PC Matt Hemingway with AD Brown riding alongside.
As a nature, police are nosy people, and if we can't get to find the answers out, it annoys us. You know, we thrive on that. That's why we're here, we're investigators.
They're heading east on the trail of a man suspected to be driving without a licence.
We're off to Castleford, we're just going to leave the motorway network for a short time. We are going for the driver of a VW Polo who's got no licence.
9% of deaths on England and Wales's roads are caused by unlicensed drivers.
We think he should be coming past a certain street in Castleford about 11:30, give or take 10 minutes. So we're going to plot up at that location, wait for him to come by.
The cops are acting on information given in another anonymous tip-off.
They've given us his name and date of birth and his registration number so we can narrow it down. The same gentleman had the same car taken off him about a month ago by a different officer. He was caught driving without supervision. He's gone and got his car back and he's doing exactly the same again. So we're out to get him.
Matt and AD find a spot just off the M62 motorway where they believe the driver will pass.
We're looking for a blue VW Polo. It's quite distinctive because the headlights have eyelashes. I don't know why. We'll have to ask him if we manage to stop him.
He might have pronounced eyelashes.
Maybe. Maybe they've grown of their own accord. But even though it looks stupid, it does make it a lot easier to spot for us. Why would you put eyelashes on your car? He's making it far too easy for us. Basically, it was just a case of us putting our feet up and waiting for this car to come past and wink at us, I think.
Waiting next to the motorway slip road frees up the cops to speculate on the motorist's mystery journeys.
No, he's only in Castleford for 2 hours, so I wonder what it is. Some kind of drug intervention or something like that.
Might be going to visit his sick grandparent.
He might be volunteering at a local soup kitchen. It can be hard work. You've got to keep your concentration switched on, especially when you're looking for such a specific vehicle. I mean, all it takes is for it to be on the other side of a lorry as it drives past and you miss it. So you can't afford to drift off. You've got to keep yourself switched on until you see it come by.
Hey up.
Yay! Is that it?
Yeah.
Hell plates on.
Yeah. 11:48.
Bang on. He's being supervised, isn't he?
Despite doing their homework, the cops weren't expecting L plates. He may be playing by the rules after all.
We're going to wait until we can get in the right place and pull him over and just see if we can find out what the score is with his licence. He's displaying L plates today, so it may well be that he's legit.
If he's driving as a learner under supervision, their morning stakeout could turn out to be a washout.
Just passing out a job now, possibly someone breaking into a house, which is just up here.
Every 40 seconds there's a burglary in the UK, with Leeds and Bradford amongst the top burglary hotspots. Even the motorway cops join their city colleagues to catch them in the act.
They've been past the description of what they're doing, so what they're wearing. I don't know if someone's actually following them or chasing them at the moment, but...
One of the suspects has been spotted jumping into a black Volvo. With sketchy intel coming through, Bob uses his local knowledge to try and head them off.
There's a lot going on. Not only that, I'm driving with my blue lights on, so members of the public are sort of watching me and wondering where I'm going, and at that time I'm undecided.
So it's coming parallel down to us now. It's a black Volvo. There.
As soon as I saw the car, two things run through my mind. If they're local lads, they'll know this car and they'll just go for it. And then secondly, if they don't go for it, then they're going to starburst and run for it.
5-2, can I come in? Can I have units to Common Road? I've got a vehicle stopped over. Hey, you all right? Ashley?
As the driver got out, it's somebody I know. I've known for quite a while, and we've had us ups and downs, we've had us chases. In that situation, try and keep it calm.
Apparently you've just picked up some young man. Just come have a seat in my car a minute.
Apparently I've just picked up who?
A young lad who's just got in your car. Just want to have a quick chat with him. Just jump in there for a minute while we just have a chat.
While Bob deals with the passenger, backup arrives.
What's your name, mate?
Dale Dickinson.
Dale Dickinson?
Yeah.
Dale, just put these on for the moment, just while we find out what's gone on. Allegedly you've been running away from the police and got into this vehicle. All right. Well, you're very out of breath, you're very sweaty, so you've been doing something, haven't you?
5593, what's the description of the lad that's got in the Volvo?
Just waiting to find out what's gone up at the scene, really. These lads have been seen to run away from something, get into this car, and as you've seen, we've stopped it, so it's just a case of finding out what's gone up there, really. They match your description of the youths anyway, so... Dale, at this moment in time, you're under arrest on suspicion of attempt burglary and addressed up at Odsall. All right.
But the cops have a problem. The only evidence against them is a tip-off about the car they were seen getting into. Back in Castleford, just off the M62, Adi and Matt are trailing a suspected unlicensed driver.
Hey up, cock! Would you point at laybys up here first, just so we can have a chat?
The only information they have is from a tip-off that the driver might have a revoked licence.
I'm glad you did that, because it's razzing it down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey up, mate, you alright?
Hey up. Yeah, not bad.
This vehicle's got a remove report on it. Has it been removed before?
Yeah.
Oh, what for?
Because I didn't have my L plates on.
Ah, right. Have you got a licence and everything then?
I've got provisional.
Right.
I have my sister with me take me to contact to see my kids.
Ah, right.
Is that where you gone now?
Yeah, that's where I was just going with my sister. She's every day, like it's 5 days a week.
He told us where he was going. It was killing us, trying to work out why we were going to Castleford for 2 hours every morning.
Have you got your provisional here or something?
I am. It's a DV. I sent it off for my photo updating and my address changing.
Right.
All it takes is for him to have a little piece of paper from the DVLA saying that he's allowed to drive, and we've wasted a couple of hours there. What's your name, mate?
Lee Wormall.
Your provisional's showing revoked, refused.
It shouldn't be.
We're not there to argue the technicalities of it. We can only act upon the information we've got, and if the DVLA tell us he's not allowed to drive, then he's not allowed to drive.
You can't literally drive until you've got your... I mean, you can't drive until you've got your licence in your hand. So they've sent it back to you through post.
What's with eyelashes?
Mrs. stuck them on. I'm dying to rip them off. She did.
You need to sort them eyelashes out. Yeah. They're awful.
Unfortunately for the driver, it'll have to be a daily bus trip to see his kids. His car is being seized.
All we need from you then, mate, is the key.
Yeah. So at minute then, so I can't start. I can't when I get a car. I can't.
Not until you
even have lessons, can I?
No. No, because even your provisional's been revoked, so it's as if you've never even got one.
All right, mate.
If it's all you want to take car, go get it. He's here nearly. He's blocked.
All right.
He'll get you. Yeah, he'll sort it.
Thank you.
Last year, West Yorkshire Police seized over 5,000 vehicles from drivers with no insurance or licences.
Revoke. Even pretty cars get seized. It's nice when you put that little bit of extra work in, a little bit of extra digging on the information that you get, and it all comes off.
If I'd known my licence had been revoked, I wouldn't have been driving car to start with. You know, it's just silly, innit? You don't drive about with L plates on, and somebody inside you, it shows you and alert you. If you know your licence had been revoked, you're just asking to be stopped.
Yeah, he's having a hard time. It's a struggle for him, but everybody's struggling. Everybody we take a car from has got a story as to why they're driving illegally. He's just another one. And at least we know where he goes for that 2 hours now, in between the time we see his kids. Yeah, mystery solved.
Now I've lost my car, which is going to cost 150 quid to get back, money I ain't got. So I'm going to have to try and get a bit of help from the family. And then I'm going to have to leave it parked up until I've received whatever back from DVLA, saying if I can drive or I can't. Okay.
But it seems old habits die hard.
3 or 4 weeks later, I was just coming out of Tesco's, and lo and behold, there's this little VW Polo winking at me. It was the eyelashes I initially saw. And guess who should come past but Lee, driving the same car again, with his sister in the passenger seat, unfortunately still with his revoked licence. So I took it again. That's the reason why we run out of sympathy for people when we take the vehicles.
Back in Bradford, PC Bob Hoyle has caught 3 men who he thinks may have burgled a nearby house. But his only information is from an anonymous tip-off. The detailed description matches the lads held, but it's not clear what happened at the break-in.
An old bin, a tool belt and an old drill by the looks of it at the moment. Baker's going to be seized because the driver's no insurance anyway, or no licence, and it'll be seized for further inquiries.
With a trip to custody on the cards for further questioning, there's been a crucial development.
Yeah. It's been confirmed that they've gone in.
They've gone in? You know, whereas we were thinking they were maybe trying to get in, it's now confirmed they've actually smashed something and gone into the property, so yeah, confirmed burglary now. Of the house as well, and it's a dwelling.
But there's still no proof these are the men responsible. Until new evidence comes to light. Incredibly, the criminals have been caught on camera by an eyewitness.
The guy in the black T-shirt, that's the rear passenger in the Volvo that was stopped. He matches the description in so much as his T-shirt and his trousers, but he had put another top on, which I would suspect would have been in the car. Plus, he was out of breath and still sweating. It was quite obvious he'd been running or doing something exercise-wise.
So where were we meant to have run off from then?
Up here. And address round here.
It's not the first time the man is facing a night locked up.
I'm in them cells all night, I'll guarantee it. I'll put a tenner on it actually, that I'm in these cells all night. At least I get a bit of a kipper.
Bit of a kip?
Yeah.
You might get something to eat?
I'm alright, me. Jail food.
Yeah.
Jail food better than cell food. Jacket pizzas and
yeah,
all that.
that's what I mean.
Right.
They've got to give you reasonable food, I suppose, haven't they?
Omelettes.
The game's up, if you like. They're in the back of the car, they're handcuffed. They're on the way to the station, and in some sad way, it's my opportunity to try and see the error of the ways. He reckoned he knew how to deal with cars.
Why don't you do something about it, then become a mechanic or something? Do some sort of college course or something like that?
Can't do with people telling me what to do.
But at some time in life, people are going to tell you what to do.
Like that.
I'll try to make him see that life could hold much more for him. Whether he listens to it, whether he does anything about it, I don't know. But I'd like to hope that I did get through to him a little bit.
The repentant over-the-limit driver who crashed his car and was found hiding by Doug Lofthouse received a 16-week prison sentence and was given a 5-year driving ban. The man who took his dad's car off-road received a 6-month ban, 8 points, and a 12-month conditional discharge. The drunken abusive mother received a 4-month suspended prison sentence, a 3-year disqualification, and £430 in fines. There was no further action taken against the occupants of the black Seat, and the £1,500 found under the gear stick was returned. The man arrested for burglary missed out on his jail food this time. He received a 2-year community order and 150 hours unpaid work. The driver was disqualified for 12 months for having no licence or insurance. And the man stopped twice for driving without a provisional licence was fined £200 and received 3 penalty points.